Hey everybody in the TBI world. Anj and Patrick here, March 2nd, our second day of TBI awareness. We are spreading the love and spreading the awareness for the 1.7 million people who are affected by brain injury every year. So today we thought we would talk about something that definitely affects us all, which is emotional instability after brain injury, right? For those of you who don't have a brain injury, you may not know that there are different lobes of the brain that control different functions. The frontal lobe controls the way we regulate our emotions. So when people suffer frontal lobe injuries, right here, don't let me bore you, Patrick.
No, you're not.
When people suffer frontal lobe injuries, they often have trouble regulating their emotions. Or they just have completely different emotional abilities after brain injury. This can be like people who used to be very emotional suddenly can't feel emotions. People who used to be incredibly empathetic suddenly seem to not have any empathy for anyone. And it's very hard for survivors because people will treat them like they're jerks when they can't control the fact that they don't have any empathy. In the case of Patrick, his brain injury, in my opinion, as caregiver, has made him 100% more empathetic. In fact, before his brain injury, he was an incredibly emotional person, but it was kind of all under the surface. And now, in my opinion, it's incredibly transparent. So he's very open, and I think it's very beautiful. It can be challenging at times, but very beautiful. Patrick, what do you think? How do you feel after your brain injury? Do you feel like your emotions tend to oscillate back and forth between, happiness and sadness and anger and confusion? And what do you think?
Yeah. Well said.
Well said?
Yeah, well said.
So could you give us an example? Like, do you feel like if something makes you angry, do you find it hard to keep that contained?
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like you fly off the handle more than maybe somebody without a brain injury might?
Yeah, like, I don't think of it as easy, but just like somehow like normal.
It's normal.
It's just like for some reason automatically, if something's irritating, it's really irritating.
And how about if something really sad happened? Like, I know that we got an email about our uncle's dog passing away, and it reminded you of a memory of you losing a pet when you were a couple years younger.
Yes, yeah.
And it affected you.
That was sad.
Yeah, and he was incredibly upset. The point is that if you love someone with a brain injury, you have to treat them with an incredible amount of patience and kindness, always with compassion, because they can't control this. And if you can imagine living in a world where you're hypersensitive to everything, and you can't control how you feel, and you can't then also control oftentimes your ability to hide those feelings, which is what we call like disinhibition, which is another thing for another day.
It's kind of impossible.
Right. I'm considered an HSP personality, hypersensitive personality anyway, as an artist, and so was Patrick before his injury, so I feel like that helps me as his caregiver understand. To better clarify what we were just saying, we present you with this quick little video. Here's brain injury on a day-to-day basis, sometimes a hour-to-hour basis, sometimes a minute-to-minute basis. The TBI struggle is real. Be kind to your survivors, no matter what they're experiencing emotionally. See you tomorrow.